It's not. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Tara, and I just sound like I was yelling at you. I am Tara, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spirit Mother Teachings of Going Within. Tonight, I'm talking about eyeglasses. And I, like I said before, my topics are usually chosen by things I experience or what I'm meant to bring forth, what I'm guided to bring forth, because it's like an epiphany. But most of my stuff I go by experience, and I'm being guided to the experiences. I've been wearing glasses. I went to Costco there just before Christmas, and I had my eyes tested, and I found it really strange. Because as I was getting my eyes tested, first I'm going to read from my cards, because as I was getting my eyes tested, he'd asked me which one was better, which one I could see better from. And when I told him, he'd say like 1 or 2. And I told him the number, and then you go 3, 4, or what have you. And I told him like 2 was better. Well, I don't know where that is. So he was saying he couldn't go back to the 2 because he didn't know where it was. And that happened a few times. I questioned him on that. Okay. And I he had a very bubbly attitude and what have you, but like you couldn't really get a word in edgewise because it was like talking over you. Like I said, he had a bubbly attitude. So before I get going into it, I'm going to read the cards just because I want to see what the cards say before I get right into it, because it's going to be very enlightening. Because one part that I looked for, the part with the doctor that I looked into, was really strange because like I went on the College of Physicians and Surgeons. So the ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort and convince. That's not convince, no. Confiance, CONVENIEC or NCE. But where they stand at times of challenge and controversy. Okay, so now let's get started. The first thing I was looking up about the eyeglasses, okay? Because they were saying about all this stuff that you get on it and that you need on it and what have you, okay? It shouldn't be what they tell you to get. If you don't want any of that stuff, then there should be that option. Okay, so I'm going to start off with that. I decided that I was going to, I was going to go in and look up this doctor on the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Okay, as you can see, that's the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Okay, and here it is, right here, in here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. Okay. I had it working for when I had it laid down. Okay, because I'm going to show you, because as you can see, that's where I had my eyes tested. Okay. And this, where is it? Right here was the doctor's name and the doctor's license number. Okay. So let's do it like this. Okay. So, shoot. It doesn't want to cooperate, but it will. Okay. So, if you look on there, the doctor's name, and you look on there, okay? I have the same name in there and license number. So if you come down here, so I have written in, that says Jason Buzzy or something like that. And I have the same thing in first name and last name for physician information, Jason Buzzy. Okay. So now when you come down here, you see where it says license number. Okay. And you see the license number there. Okay. So they are the same. Okay. I'll read off what I have typed in. 50260. Okay. So now watch this. When I press search, what's it say there? It says no results found. No results found in the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Now, seriously, you've seen it. See it right here? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to close that part out. And this is what I looked up. Okay, because I used to work in law. Okay, I was a legal assistant and I got my paralegal. Okay, and I went through parts of the College of Physicians and Surgeons to do my own research when I was going through a custody thing and when I was going through my own medical issues. Okay, it says here, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Nova Scotia serves the public by regulating the province's medical professions in accordance with the Medical Act and its regulations. All physicians must be licensed by the college to practice medicine in Nova Scotia. So his name is there on the paper. There's his name. And this is what happens when I research him. He's not in there. So if he's not in there, then he's not a legitimate doctor. So the thing is, if you don't go and do your own digging, your own looking in, then you're not going to know the difference. Because I figure, I should check because I had this weird feeling. So today, before I did all this, I didn't want my glasses because I had progressives. And the thing was, unless I went like that, I couldn't see. So basically, we're supposed to move our eyes. But when you're wearing glasses, especially like a progressive or something like that, when I was moving my eyes, everything became blurry. But why is that? Somebody just said that's not supposed to happen. Exactly. It's not. So I would have to, in order to see down, I can't look down like that because I was walking down my stairs. And as I was walking down my stairs and trying to look down with my eyes, everything was a complete blur. I know some of you may not understand my language. That's okay, because it's going out to everyone. It's like codes. It's kind of upload, awakening codes, what have you. Okay, and I'm channeling all the time. Channeling spirit. So if his name and license number is not in the College of Physicians and Surgeons, then he is not a legitimate doctor. So how many of those are out there that they're not legitimate, but you don't know? Because you take it for gospel. You take it as the word. You take it as being truth. When it obviously proves that this man is not a licensed doctor. Because if he were, he'd have to be registered with the Nova Scotia College of Physicians. And I found a different part where it come up, and it was showing me different pictures, and it was saying when him and this other person came back to Nova Scotia to practice, and that was in 2016. So this article says. When did Dr. Jason Buzzy come back to Nova Scotia to practice?
According to LinkedIn, he spent the first 8 years of his career practicing in Ottawa before moving back home to Nova Scotia in the summer of 2015.
Okay, it's saying that he moved back, and it says he's at Costco. But if he's moved back back into Nova Scotia, and I don't care, if he's moved back to Nova Scotia and he's practicing, he has to be registered with the College of Physicians and Surgeons. So there's something crooked going on there. And it's a big corporation, Costco. So I took my glasses back. I bought my frames, and they took my lenses and didn't put the fake lens, like the lenses that didn't work, back in. So I just have the frames. And because I didn't want the progressives, and I didn't want any of the extras, including the UV protection or anti-glare or anything like that. I didn't want nothing like that. But they were telling me that in order, like, it automatically comes with your glasses, the anti-glare and anti-scratch or UV or what have you. But I don't want that, because I found out, and I will get to that. Okay? So now, it's it sent me for a loop. So how many of them are really licensed physicians? Because if he couldn't go back to where I said that it worked for me, it's like, how many of you have noticed that it's almost like your eyes get worse instead of better, but they tell you that the glasses are good for your eyes? And it confuses me, because they say it's with age. Okay? They say with age. So I tried to have the paper stuff, but for some reason my printer keeps kind of messing up. And then I'm going to be doing another video, not today, but another day. Because I found out that the UV from the sun is non-ionizing radiation. Look it up. It's like the sun. It gives you, it can burn your skin or what have you. And then there's the ionizing. They say they use it for medicine, but it's used in nuclear weapons and other things. So I will be getting into that on another video. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go, like, I'm not going to, because I have a lot here. Okay, a lot of stuff that I've been looking into, and I suggest you do too. Okay. It's telling you that you have to look right through. Okay, it says, how can you cope with the blurriness? Okay, this is what causes progressive lenses to be blurry on this side. Okay, upper lens segment designed to help the wearer see objects in a distance. Okay, the lower lens segment designed to help the wearer see objects within close proximity. Okay, now how many of you have been told that you have far sight and near sight problems? Okay, well, there is a part, and I will get to it, where it says that it is rare that someone has both near sight and far sight. They like to say it is. So it's screwing up both eyes, because I know that when I looked through, because I had the progressives, when I looked through the top part, that was the better part for me. I could see, but then when I looked in the lower part, that's when everything became blurry. I had to go like that. So when I went like that, I was still looking through the top part. So it's like, what? So, okay, a portion of the lens in the middle that flashes a change in lens strength. So you see mostly through here, the lens, you know, right through the middle. Okay, so it cuts it. It's like the line or whatever is right there, so it kind of cuts it in half. So I don't get how that is beneficial when it's putting the slice in the middle, and that's where you mainly see from. But some will probably say differently. But I actually made a note, and I posted it on my Facebook. So I had the epiphany today, and it was channeled through me and brought through me. And yeah, just one sec. And this is what I wrote at 12 p.m. today. You can't talk reason to someone if they don't understand common sense. And it's true. Because in order to talk reason with someone, it's about talking more of a common sense. And that's how I see it. And others see it differently. But that's up to them. So, paradoral blurriness or hazardness is a sensation that typically develops because more than one lens strength has been incorporated into one lens. The wearer also might feel as if he or she is moving from side to side. So What's going on when somebody is kind of moving side to side? I just heard somebody say vertigo. Exactly. You get vertigo. And what causes you to get vertigo? Something going on within the sight or the brain. Because a lot of people, it says about, oh, well, as you get older. But see, the thing is, vision problems are caused from more than just aging, and it can be corrected. But I'm not talking laser eye surgery either, because that actually burns the retina, because I know 2 people that had it and they could no longer drive at night, and it hurt their eyes. It was like a scab. Maybe that's what you've been taught. But just because you were taught it as a program doesn't make it true, because I just showed you that a doctor can say that somebody can say that they have a license. But when you go look them up in the College of Physicians and Surgeons, where they're supposed to be registered and have a license number, and they're not there, they say, how can you cope with it? Make a concerted effort to look through the the correct section of the lens. Okay? When looking into the distance, point your nose in the direction you are looking. So instead of being able to like move your eyes, they're saying, oh, well, you got to look this way. Or you got to look that way. Or like you got to look down instead of just going like this. Looking down, you got to go like this. Makes no sense. It really makes no sense to me. And I heard somebody say it doesn't me either. Okay. So it's saying, okay, I'll read it from the beginning. Excuse me. People who invest in glasses with progressive lenses should be aware of the potential for blurred peripheral vision. They should expect to experience an adjustment period as they grow. Okay, well, if something is right for you, why is there an adjustment period? Because it's not. There should be no adjustment period. Because if there has to be an adjustment period, it means that it's manipulating something. It's changing something to adapt, whether it's good for you or not. Because if you wear something and it's this is my opinion and from my experience because of those glasses. So if you have progressives, then whatever is they say they put in the center to bring them together, why not just use that one lens? Or better yet, that they stop suppressing the actual truth about it. And people actually start realizing that there are many alternatives that are not more harmful to the body. And people can live by glasses, that's fine. But I don't, I wear them right now because I use them for reading. So this is my opinion. How you feel is how you feel. How I feel is how I feel. I'm not giving any false information. RX safety, that's where I got this from. Okay, and I'll even get into a bit more. Most important, wearers should recognize that the blurriness typically begins to decrease within the first 2 weeks of the full-time wear. During the adjustment period, here are a new measure that you can take to combat blurry vision. Well, we shouldn't have to wear glasses full time, because then you become dependent on it and you no longer use the ability to use your eyes, because there are exercises. There are different things that we can do. I listen to frequencies. And I sat and I started listening to this one. And then all of a sudden I could feel like it was just like, whoa, like the protrusion right here. It's like I could feel the effects. Because it all stems mainly from the brain. Because everything is connected. So you get a smash in the head. And that can alter your vision. The same as it can alter your hearing. Because it's damage in that part of the brain. So it's removed, like fixing that damage, opposed to using a crutch. Go look yourself. I'm not telling you that you got to believe me. I'm telling you what I've read, what I'm looking through. Okay, so now I'm going to go to something. Gradual changes in vision. myhealthalberta.ca. Oh, maybe that's not the one I was looking for. Oh, yes. Overview: vision changes that occur gradually over time or that seem to come and go are usually less serious than changes that occur suddenly and persistent. Sudden changes that happen in only one eye are usually the most serious. Any sudden loss of vision lasting for more than a few seconds is a serious symptom that requires emergency medical treatment. Gradual vision changes may include blurred vision, vision loss, loss of side vision, severe sensitivity to light, okay, which we're actually supposed to be able to experience, and I'll get into that part, because they say about, like I said, the sun is a non-ionizing radiation, whereas radiation therapy is an ionizing radiation, which the ionizing radiation affects you more on a molecule, your atoms, your DNA. And the sun, it will give it or burns or what have you. But from what I've been reading, and like I said, I'll get into that another time. Okay. Halos of light around objects. Okay. Well, I actually know, like, you get to see orbs and stuff. So everything is not as it seems. Okay. Objects in vision field, such as floaters, flashes, or sparkles. Once you awaken, you know what's going on. Okay, because it's your brain. Your brain is actually altering. It's evolving, it's changing. It's going through a bunch of different things. Nope, not a doctor. Never said I was a doctor. But I do know the difference. And obviously, the eye doctor that did my test, according to the College of Physicians and Surgeons, is not a doctor because he's not registered. And like I said, I don't care who likes me and who don't, who believes me and who don't. Because it's not whether somebody believes you or not on something. Because it's the fact of, like, you can bring things to other people, but it's up to them. These symptoms have a variety of causes, including, double vision. Double vision can occur in one or both eyes. When double vision occurs in both eyes, the cause is usually eye misalignment. Double vision is in one eye only, is usually caused by cataract, a displaced lens, or uncorrected vision. Objects in the vision field, such as floaters, flashes, or sparkles, or curtains. Floaters are small spots or specks that float across your field of vision. Yeah. Before a migraine headache, flashes of light or zigzag lines may occur with other symptoms. Well, right now we're receiving solar flares, energy bursts, and what have you. So it's affecting your electromagnetic field within your body. And that's everything. And I will get to that on another video of how things affect your electromagnetic field. And that will be dealing with the non-ionized radiation and the ionized, or non-ionizing radiation and ionizing radiation. Okay. Okay. Objects occur with zigzag lines may occur with other symptoms. If you have had floaters before, or if flashes of light are part of your diagnosed migraine headaches, these are usually not serious. Sudden flashes of light, new floaters, or a dark curtain or veil across part of your vision may include a serious problem. Trouble adjusting vision when entering a dark room. Well, shit, everybody has that for the most part, because your eye's going to adjust. You've just come out of light into the dark, blinded by the light. Trouble adjusting vision when entering a dark room. Trouble focusing on close or far away objects. Dark spots in the center of your vision field. Lines of edges that appear wavy. Okay, well, I can focus on images close up and far away. Okay. So now, these symptoms have a variety of causes, including age-related changes. Distorted blurred vision can occur in one or both eyes. The most common causes are nearsightedness, myopia in children and teens, and presbyopia in people of about age 40, when reading glasses often become necessary. problems with the structure of the eye, problems in the brain, problems in the blood vessels of the head, neck, and eye. So who has neck problems? Who has head problems? And the eye problems, because it's like a shaking. So farsighted and nearsighted, can they co-occur? There we go. Although possible, being both farsighted and nearsighted is rare. It is more likely for a person to be either farsighted or nearsighted. Rare for both. But how many have been said to have near and far? Because I'm going to enlighten you on the difference of the prices. When a person is farsighted, objects far away appear clearer, while nearby objects are blurry or difficult to make out. A nearsighted person can see objects close by clearly, but far away objects appear blurry. So farsighted, things are clearer and it's blurry when reading, and that's with me. I'm farsighted. And nearsighted, because it's blurry when I try to read. But when I'm driving and don't have my glasses on, I can see stuff further away. When I'm not, especially if I haven't been wearing my glasses and I've been utilizing the natural light from the sun. A condition known as anisometopia can cause simultaneous far and nearsightedness. This condition causes one eye to have different focal points compared to the other. The article outlines the symptoms, cause, and treatments for the simulations of far and nearsighted distances. Symptoms, okay. Causes. Okay. There's not much there. Oh. Okay, frequently asked questions. What is it called when a person is nearsighted and farsighted? If a person has both nearsight and farsight, it typically means they have this anemastopia. This condition causes one eye to see differently than the other. It can cause the brain to choose one eye over the other. Well, how many people have started wearing glasses since they were little? They put glasses on you from the top. Sometimes I've seen babies with glasses on. And people say, well, it helps them see. Okay. Think of it. They're saying age causes eye changes. A baby wearing glasses, how can that have eye changes? Somebody said born with it. So what's the underlying problem that's causing that baby to have that problem? Because it's not age. So in that case, if it's not age, then wouldn't it have to be one of these problems? Problems with the structure of the eye, problems in the brain, problems in the blood vessels of the head, neck, and eye. So why aren't they looking into that for a baby instead of putting glasses on them? See, we don't think of that because we go by what the doctor says. And how do we know that they're a legitimate doctor, especially now with everything going on? And I've just proven, I just showed you that this doctor is not licensed. But he gives his name, and he gives right there on that paper, and I'll show you again. Here's the thing right here. Okay? And I didn't do it myself because here's the receipt for the test, and I have the receipt for my glasses. Okay? There's the names up there, and there's his name right there. And down here is where he give his signature and his license number. If you're just coming in now, when it's over, go back to the beginning. And I'll show you. You'll see in the video that I put up that he's not in the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Here, look, this. I'll even go back for you. Okay? His name, Jason Buzzy. His license number, right there. And when I press, it comes up. No results. Okay? And all this, like the blue light, it says in there about the natural light and stuff like that. It blocks natural light. So, I don't know how I can get this across to you guys anymore. Because I could literally sit here and allow, as if it was like spirit shaking you and say, hey, wake up. Because it's all about this. It's all about making money. Do you notice they say you got to come back every 2 years? Every 2 years. They won't allow you to just, if you want new frames or you need a new eyeglasses because they're scratched or what have you. they tell you, we can't give you your old prescription. You got to be tested again. And to notice, basically every time you get tested, your vision is worse. If that's not a money thing. Now, sorry, I had to walk over there for a second. Okay, so far I've gone to Costco and I went to Walmart. After I left Costco, I went to Walmart. Okay, so oh shit. Is that what I need? Okay. My frames were $80. Okay. And I went back today. Now, for single vision, okay, for single vision, with anti-glare, but no blue light, $129.99, so $130 for the lenses. Now, for the progressives that I had, $350. Big difference. A really big difference. And they're not really doing anything really differently because they're just sanding something down. It's like buffering to get it to that. It's like a magnifying glass, and you have a certain strength, and then they use a buffer or what have you, whatever it's called, to do the lens. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, not going to do this in my head, but I know. Oh, shoot. So say 350, because that's what it is. Oh, shoot. 350 minus 130 is 220. That's a difference of $220. Right? So they want to encourage a lot of people about progressives. They make it like it's this thing. Okay? It costs $220 more. And it's rare that you have both. So the progressives are for both far distance, for farsighted and nearsighted. Single is for one or the other. Are you waking up yet? Are you seeing a pattern? See, we don't do the math. We don't do the math at all because we take them for being the truth. But they're the program, they're the manipulators, and people are involved, and they go and they learn. And if they're doing it knowing full well the truth, When you're causing damage to people and you know that you're doing it, that's crimes against humanity, whether somebody wants to believe it or not. Because you're not just doing it in companies, like, you're not just doing it to one person. You're doing it to many. Okay? So that was like I said, that was Costco. Okay? Now let's enlighten you with Walmart. Because I went in. Okay. So I went in and I asked them, how much does it cost for a single lens? They told me $40. And I started telling them I didn't want, because I didn't want all this other stuff. And then they looked at my prescription. And they told me, because of the strength of my glasses, I needed thin lenses because they couldn't do what I wanted. Thick lenses. And I don't understand this aspect of why a lens has to be so thick, and why you have to pay a difference between a lens being thick and a lens being thin. Because the thicker I understand, the thicker they are, the less work they got to do. But why, if you can put it into a thin lens, then why are thick lenses even alternative, or what have you? $40, and it had to be thick lenses. So Coke bottles. Okay? So that's the catch there. Because if you get thin lenses, they have to put in the anti-scratch and the anti-glare, even if you don't want it. Because with the thin lenses, they say you can't get it without that. And for thin lenses at Walmart, for single vision, $250. And I had somebody say to me that Walmart was cheaper. So single vision at Costco is $130. And that's for this. There's no option, there's no option of the Coke bottles. And then the thin lenses at Walmart are $250. So for the thin lens, that's a $210 difference. Yeah. Holy shit. Are you waking up yet? Do you not see that eyeglasses are profitable? It's not that they're there that's helping you. They're profitable for the companies that manufacture them. Because it's not them doing it by hand. It's a machine, and they press in the numbers, and the machine does it for them. So what's the difference? Seriously. Because it's all a scam. And they tell you that you have to get your eyes tested every 2 years. On this here, for my prescription, if you look, they say that my eyes were tested on December 18th, 2023. But yet it says that it expires December 18th, 2024. Well, if you're not supposed to come back for 2 years, why is it even expiring a year before? Because I know that my eyes haven't changed, because I can wear these glasses and I'm perfectly fine. But when I put on those other glasses, it was like, whoa. And they say, well, your eyes got to take time to adjust. It's like, what? Obviously, if a person's going, whoa, then it's too freaking strong, is it not? Because I can put these on and be fine. But I put those on night, and they say you got to adjust. Why are you adjusting to something that you say is right? But they won't let me go back and get my old prescription because they say it's expired. It's really disgusting if you ask me. And when we fall for stuff like that, we only have ourselves to blame. I told you one other day that they're committing so many atrocities and crimes against humanity, and they're laughing at you to the bank all the way. Well, they're going to the bank all the way. They're laughing at you. They go to these seminars. They go to this stuff. And you know, when you think that they're really doing a lot of talking, how can we trick the people this time? How can we manipulate this and this time? Here, man, have your champagne. Cheers! Am I going to be polite? I have been. I'm calm. Am I mocking you? No. What I am saying is wake up. And I just felt somebody come in. Don't like what I'm saying? Too bad. Maybe that's because it's true and you don't like it. So we're so manipulated by advertising and marketing that we've lost track of our own senses, our own intuition, instincts, clairvoyance. Because we've fallen for the illusions and smokescreens. And people are waking up to it. And then when we're bringing the forth, people don't like it. And that's because they are going on an autopilot program. I can't make you see. As much as I may want to take your head and just shove it right in there. Can't make you look. Can't make you see. And until you understand, until somebody understands common sense, it's hard to talk reason with someone because they're not listening. Because there's so much stuff out there that it's like there's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo shit put in the middle of it to keep you from seeing the truth. The manipulation that they've used by wording. I worked in the legal field, and all the documentation that's written up in legal jargon. If you watch Once Upon a Time, the one that calls himself Mr. Gold, but he's Rumple, he's a dark one, okay? He says that he's a lawyer because he knows how to work with contracts, manipulate them. Because, see, the thing is, and they know it, a lot of people don't really read the contracts that they're signing. Right? But see, we want to holler at people that bring that to our attention. Maybe you read the contracts, but there's very few that do. Yeah, I can hear you. So I guess you're in the same boat as everybody else that don't read the contracts. You don't know what you're signing. You're giving so much away. Right here. And it's not being cocky. It's just saying that you've already hurt me more than once. Way more than once. And I will keep coming back. We will keep coming back. We are here to help you, help everyone see what's really happening to them, why they're sick. And it's like, when I seen that he's not even a registered doctor, I was like, holy shit. How many more scam artists are out there? How many more fake doctors are these businesses and corporations hiring, saying that they're legitimate, but we don't look into it? It makes me wonder, is it that we don't have enough doctors, or were the scam art we said that there was a lot of doctors, and then all of a sudden we don't have many doctors? Well, were they caught? Were the scam artists caught? And you just don't know? But that right there goes to show. And if you're still not believing that something wrong is there happening, then you need to switch into manual. Because we've become so lazy. And they say, oh, well, we don't have the old technology anymore to be able to do what our ancient ancestors did. Yeah, the technology, it's all still there. It's just kept from you. By fake people. By puppets. It's time that they learn how to cut the strings It's like we're wondering, like, okay, what are we afraid of? Take a leap of faith. Because every time I come on here, it's like I'm taking a leap of faith. Because I'm taking that chance of being mocked and ridiculed, targeted, especially on psychic levels. And I said it before that sometimes when I receive a psychic attack, it's like they're trying to burn me or melt my brain. See, when they say, and I realized it, like with Jesus, Yeshua, what have you, his real name was Yeshua. When he was saying that he was the Son, I am the way, I am the Son of God, I am the way. Everyone is either is a planet, a star, or what have you. Okay? If you really looked, you'd find your name in the stars. Or you're a planet, or what have you. So the Son of God, the Son of God is the creation of the sun that brings light. And the I am the way aspect of it is the portal that is within the sun. No, not full of shit. Because I actually seen something. Well, let's just say one Easter a few years ago, I was looking up. It was a stormy day, and then all of a sudden the sun started clearing. And I was looking at the sun. And then all of a sudden, and it wasn't an illusion, it wasn't psychosis, the sun started spiraling and opening up. And then it was like the sun was gone. And in that part was a bright blue sky. Because everything had like stuff, there's portals everywhere, whether you want to believe that or not. Do you really think that like we're the only place here in the universe? Because you yourself carry a universe within you. Do you ever look at your eyes? The way they're shaped, and then have a gander at the formations that they have pictures of in the sky. You have 7 chakras, don't they say we have 7 planets? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So how does it work? Okay. Let's see. The formation of the planets.
According to American Museum of Natural History, the sun and the planets formed together 4.6 billion years ago from a cloud of gas.
Oh shit. Shoot. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's not going to let me do that? No. Just one sec, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. And then it has the asteroid belt. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay? This is saying we actually have about 12 chakras because we have the 7 here, 4 above, and 2 below. So, like, kind of 13. But see, when you really look, okay, you start seeing what lies beneath. The meaning of the phrase, what lies beneath.
According to TV tropes, the title, What Lies Beneath, has a double meaning. Taken literally, it refers to things being hidden beneath a physical surface, like Madison's body at the bottom of the lake.
Ooh. The word lies. It's right there in your face. It's like the play on words, and they like to play on words because it manipulates. And then they give their meaning of it. But what do you see that word to be? Because somebody made that word, or because somebody said that word, and this is what it means. And then they say all different things. I looked up the word pickle fart one day. And surprisingly, I found it, and it means like a really raunchy fart. Farts are humorous. Some people get put out by it. But it's like, what's the difference of somebody farting and they say you put out methane gas? Well, look at all the freaking methane gas that's going in the, like, and it's not from the people. But we're blamed for everything. And I said, like, we're told we're sinners, but the actual sinners are at the top. But they tell us we're sinners, so we keep going back to them. Oh, you need us. No. You need yourself. And being connected with others too. Because that's how you change the manipulation, is by seeing it and exposing it. And I just exposed that. And I even put it in your face. So next time, you might want to look a little deeper. Maybe you're not even seeing a legitimate doctor. Maybe they don't have legitimate I can't find the word for it. It's right there. because we never look up things. Like I said, we just take their word for it. I just heard somebody say, well, how do they get their money for it? Well, because when you go get your eyes tested, you pay cash. Or debit. And then you think nothing of it. So it's like, wow. I know that my family doctor, when I was younger, I know he was legitimate. And it's just because they're legitimate and they're on the registry doesn't mean that they're great doctors. Because like I said before, in Canada, a doctor can lose their license and move to another province and practice there. Yes, I would hazard to believe that they'd have to register. You know, in all honesty, I don't know how they can do that, where they go from one province to another. So you can go do, it's like you go in one province and you do an atrocity. It's because there's no protection for the patient. I said it before that like the majority of our healthcare money goes in a fund to protect doctors from medical malpractice for their legal fees. Seriously. It was a Dr. Robert Miller from the Chronicle Herald. Roundabout, it was around March 24th, 2020 that he had done it, right around there or something like that. But Dr. Robert Miller, he was saying about that among other stuff. But see, some videos get deleted on people because they say, well, you're spreading misinformation. How is my own experience spreading misinformation? How is me showing that the doctor is not legitimate and saying that he's not the only one? And it's because big corporations can get away with it because they got this. Who buy you? Here, let's grease your palm. All I can do is just kind of shake my head. It's like, holy shift, man. Like, holy crap. And if people think I'm out here talking out my ass, then you might want to get off autopilot. And you might want to clear it. Because it's disgusting. Because everything they're doing to us that's causing us harm. And they tell you, no, this is good for you. But in actuality, when you look at the long run, it's causing you harm. But we don't see it that way. Oh, it's just aging. or it's just this, or it's just that. Very dismissive. Like, if you think you're your friend and they want what's best for you, if they're promoting something and marketing it, and they're saying, well, it expires, especially when you're looking at glasses and what have you, it should be up to you. If you feel that, okay, your glasses are not working for you no more, then you should have the option to say, okay, I want my eyes tested again. Not being told that, well, you got to come in every 2 years because they expire. Well, how does a fucking lens expire? Seriously. It's a piece of fucking plastic. And how long does plastic stay around for? So how does it expire? Really? Vision changes? Your vision changes every 2 years? Why do you have to go? If you'll know yourself, if you get off fucking autopilot. No, you know what? Maybe I don't need to swear. But I've also had somebody say that sometimes you got to speak their language. That's your opinion. Maybe you're awake to it. How far were they? How long have they been on autopilot? And how hard was it to get them out of there? Because coddling doesn't work for everyone. It's like, they're there. Sometimes you have to shake people to the core. And it's like God is shaking the earth. And so much stuff is coming out. Things are being uncovered. Our ancient knowledge, wisdom, and was it that it was lost to us? Or was it taken? Which means stolen and hoarded for self, to get rich, to control. And if you think that's okay, really, go within and look. Because it's not okay. If you think that way, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not judging you for it because that's how you think. But it doesn't give you a right to tell others that they need to think that way too. In order for people to make an informed decision, all cards need to be put on the table. And they need to understand what it is. Because when you go in and they encourage, like a lot of times, they'll encourage progressives. And they don't tell you much about it. You just take their word for it. It's so hard that when you find this stuff out, and you'll know because you'll feel it. If you look and you read, see it and feel and see it and hear it, not just see it through the two eyes. I'm talking about seeing it through the spiritual eye, the third eye, the pineal gland, the pine cone. Because it's in many different cultures. Only we're not seeing it because we just see it as pictures. It's not told. You're not told how to wake up. And a lot of time we try waking ourselves up. Because I know when I started going like this, going through like waking up, I was literally like, wake up! Seriously. Some women and husbands or boyfriends or what have you, even men, have watched the series Charm with Alyssa Milano. And in when in an episode of it, Piper, I believe she went by, they were in a different alternate reality. And then there was an aspect of her within herself that was constantly hollering, wake up! It's like you put in somewhere where you're meant to forget other parts or the real parts. And then you're taken from each other. It's like when a mother gets separated from her baby. And even with a twin, one twin could be taken away and feel each other and wonder why they're feeling something missing. It's because it's a part of you that has been taken, moved. It's like I get someone who, like, they say one thing and then a few seconds later contradicting themselves. And then they wonder why. It's like I'm looking at them like, what the fudge? And I've done a video on, do you hear yourself? It's about feeling through here, seeing, hearing through here. And people, yeah, okay, they say your heart can manipulate. Not. Once you've taken and you've cleared all the clutter, you've cleared all the trauma and all of the falseness, the limited beliefs that you've been told, then you really start seeing things for what it really is. The good side of it, the bad and the ugly. And if you read my description, you will know what I bring, the type of stuff that I bring forth. And a lot of times it's topics that It's brought on by my own experiences. But then there's people that don't like it. And if you're not liking it, I say maybe it's an aspect of you that knows it's the truth, but it's the other aspect that's burying it because no, you're not allowed to know the truth. You can't know it. That goes against the narrative. That goes against your beliefs. That goes against what you've been told. We grow up being told different things. And we grow up in confusion. We don't know sometimes which way is up and which way is down. And you can say, well, that's you. Well, good for me. That's me. And I'm proud to be me. It's like I said, you don't have to listen to what I have to say. That's a choice. And whether you believe it or not, that too is also a choice. But I give you the information for you to make that choice. And these systems, the true sins, the systems integrated into society that's hurting and suppressing the people, that's a true sin. And it's about coming out of it. Coming out of the illusion, because we do things out of desperation, or fear, sadness, loneliness. And what puts us there? Systems. So I'm going to leave you there. But there was one. So I'm going to go in and hit search again. Still, no results found. It's a doctor. He says he's an eye doctor to do eye testing. What does OD mean at the end of a doctor's name?
Doctor of Optometry. According to Minnesota
Doctor of Optometry.
An optometrist is an eye doctor who has earned a Doctor of Optometry degree.
Okay, Doctor of Optometry. And like I said, it would all come up because you can scan for the one. But if he was in the system, his license number would be there. So where is it now? That's the protection agency. Okay, I know what part was the government website. And I will be talking about that later. Be coming on tomorrow to talk about, like I said, about non-ionizing radiation and ionizing radiation. I will be reading from an official government site and other things. Okay, so if you came in, thank you. If you're wondering what it's about, just go back because I've brought up information showing that an eye doctor that I went to get my eyes tested, I found out that they have written down that they have a license number and what have you, but when you look at the College of Physicians and Surgeons and you type in that license number, it comes up no results found. So if you're just coming in and I'm talking about eyeglasses, start off at the beginning. And I suggest that if you don't understand it, what it's really about and what have you, go read my description and you may understand more of what my channel is about, because it's not all it's enlightenment, bringing things forward. It's my experiences, it's what I've looked into, it's what I've seen. No, it's not about judging others, because I was there myself. So with that being said, I'm going to read another card before I go, because I read one at the beginning and one at the end. I'm speaking many different languages. Oh, it's upside down. When written in Chinese, the word crisis is composed of two characters. One represents danger, and the other represents opportunity. How do I interpret it? Danger would be the fear of stepping forward and saying anything. And once you do that and you take the leap of faith, you're opening opportunities up for yourself. Because you're saying, I'm not going to just go around living in fear. my whole life, because danger, like we know intermittent danger because our gut tells us. But sometimes if you don't walk into the fire, you don't know what's on the other side. Okay, I know. Yes, if somebody's wondering, it's like it pushes through. It's kind of like a purging, because the epiphanies, the realizations, gives you the purge aspect. It releases that limited belief, so it goes. It's like. Excuse me, that's verification. Okay. Okay. So, with all that being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting, willing to receive and accept. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself. Be your authentic self. Be true to yourself. Be true to others. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And know that you are more powerful and you have more strength than you can even comprehend sometimes, because you get beat down. But get back up again. Rise above it. Stand on your own 2 feet. And don't be concerned. Be concerned of how you treat others. Don't treat somebody the way you don't want to be treated. I actually had somebody tell me that I was of one belief system because I have an open mind, or because I said something that they don't like to hear, so they like to throw shade on you. It's like, yes, got any more for me? Because you're only saying it because I'm pointing something out that you don't like to have pointed out, because it's saying, have a gander at yourself. So I'm sending you love. Hope you have a great night. The weekend's just around the corner, and take the time to just relax, spend it with family, put these away, go outside, enjoy time together, play a actual game, not something that's electronic. Step away from it for a while, but be with family and spend time with yourself so you can get to know yourself. I love you. Have a great night.